Okay, we shall start soon. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me clearly? If you can hear me clearly. Yes, just reply yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, first of all, I would like to apologize because today Dato need to attend to some other matters. So I'll be moderating this session. If you have already joined this session for multiple times, you will know that I'm actually known as the Humanology Sdn Bhd. I'm actually Vincent. I'm representing Humanology Sdn Bhd today. Okay. First of all, to all my Muslim friends, happy Ramadan Mubarak. Okay, enjoy your Ramadan. Have a blessed Ramadan. Humanology and CBRMA also wish you happy Ramadan. Okay, this is our fifth session of our webinar series. So for the first session, if you know, if you have already joined, is from Mr. Jeremy. He's talking about remodeling of the workplace and how a workplace should be like after MCO or post-COVID. Then we have Mr. Uy, who has talked about project management. What are the tools that can be used to monitor your employees or to track progress and to manage a project? Then we have Mr. Daniel Roy, who talked about crisis management. Meaning to say, during this COVID season or during this MCO, what should you do? How do you handle your employees? What are the steps need to be taken in order for your employees to agree whether to take a pay cut, whether to take unpaid leave, annual leave, or you implement your VSS, MMS, or etc. etc. Okay. The next session we have already had Mr. Suhu to talk about how do you motivate your employees post MCO. He talked about Maslow. He talked about the 5 criteria that needed after the MCO or after the COVID. If it's over already, what you need to do in order to engage your employees. And if you have missed out, don't worry, because this session will be recorded. It will be uploaded on YouTube. This session is also we already created a Telegram group whereby you can get all the slides and as well as all the YouTube links in a summarized manner. So after this session, if you have registered your email onto the Eventbrite, you will get your email. So it will consist of the slides, it will consist of the Facebook post, it will also consist of the Telegram link. Please do join our Telegram link. I already posted it on the group chat. So after all this, now we will move on to artificial intelligence. What is the current state of the HR? Are they ready to adopt with AI? Well, what is this AI? And today we are very fortunate to have Mr. Eric Tan. So he's a personal development trainer, coach, and facilitator in a lot of areas of expertise, and one of it would be artificial intelligence. So, Mr. Tan, would you like to say hi? Hi, Mr. Tan, are you there?
Hello. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Yep. Okay, so please enjoy the session. So without further ado, I will pass it on to Mr. Tan. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Vincent. And can you all see my face? Okay. Okay. Okay, so start from today is that we keep on hearing about what is artificial intelligence, what is automations about. And today, what I will cover is what is this matter to HR and what is a technology that will help us, right? And before I start, many of us is first time met here, and let me go. Please allow me a little bit of time to go through a little bit of myself, so you know who is your speaker is. Okay. So I'm sorry. Okay. So my name is. You can call me Sengi.
Sorry, Mr. Tan. Do you want to on your webcam, or do you want to show your face? Yeah. But we couldn't see your face actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, can you see right now?
Yes, we can see you clearly now. Thank you so much. Okay, please
Okay.
proceed. Please continue. Sorry. Thanks.
Please hold on. Okay, so you can call me Seng here. So as what Dr. Vincent introduced, I'm a personal development coach and trainers, and I'm in my progress to get my professional trainer from IPMA UK. And at the same time, I'm also NLP practitioner, licensed NLP practitioners. And for academy wise, I'm graduate from a local university, UKM, major in nuclear science. So it's funny about the nuclear science is since I step into the society, the first thing the interviewer will ask me is, are you study how to make bombs in Malaysia? So the answer is no. So no worries. Okay. And before I landed into training industry with Humanologies, I'm actually serving quite a few of the MNC in Malaysia, Samsung, HP, Dell, and so on. So, okay. I'm sorry, it's a little bit lag. Okay, so when we talk about AI, so before we get the sense of enterprise AI, let us have a look and have a feel how fast technology is evolving around us. So as you're aware, since the LinkedIn platform, YouTube launched like about 17 to 20 years ago, and we are get used to the ideas of putting things on the web and download information from the web and use it again. And in the 2007 iPhone launch, and the world are shifting their thinking from web-based to app-based and mobile oriented. So we are moving into a new wave of technologies. People no longer thinking about how to do things on the web, but they are thinking about how to do things on the apps and how to have a mini PC, mini computer in their pocket instead of laptop or smartphone.
Sorry, Mr. Tan.
Yeah,
Your slides, there's something on the in the middle. There's a white box in the middle,
yeah.
which is blocking
Let
the.
me unshare and reshare again.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, it's good
Sorry
now.
for that.
But the white box is still there again. Okay,
Yeah.
now.
So,
Okay, sorry guys, I think Mr. Tan is having some technical glitch. Let's give him another few minutes for him mm, to get connected back, because I see that he's already not in the webinar anymore. So for the time being, just have a chit chat session in the group chat, then we'll see how is it. Let him settle his presentation first. Thank you so much.
Yep. Sorry everyone. There is some technical issues. As usual, the life is never perfect. So thanks for the patience. Okay, so we are here. Okay, so continue back where we left off just now. Okay, so after Apple launched, people was shifting from their web-based platform to app-based platform, and people tend to do things on their phone instead of computer, and change people habits or experience since then. And you see, every platform like Airbnb, Uber, Instagram, Snapchat come explode very fast into the scene after that. And you can see the technology involvement is like previously we are waiting 3 to 5 years for technology to be adopted and introduced, and now we can see in the past 10 to 20 years it's been every year we do have a technology or platform that introduced in consumer life. And if you are aware, like 20 years ago, then you probably didn't use this because this never exists. And that 5 to 10 years ago, that we maybe just use 50% of it, but now we are almost using this every day, and billions of people using this platform every day. And what does that mean? And what is this leading us? When people start using transactions or using apps, a lot of things can lead to be digital transformations. So a lot of conversation transaction will be digitalized, being turned into data. And we can use the data to do machine learning, and we can apply some artificial intelligence tools to do things after we get analyzed, even to collect data. And nowadays, we're seeing like most of the consumer product, they do have a chatbot to respond, engage with you before you, maybe after 3 to 5 seconds, you hang on the page and a chatbot will prompt up to engage with you. And that is really disrupting consumer experience. And as what we're seeing now, AI is everywhere in our life. If you are using Facebook, you are using YouTube, or even you are listening to music on Spotify, there is a AI, there is an artificial component behind the scene that proceed with the algorithms that allow you to have a personalized experience that will recommend you, hey, what is the playlist that you listen to the most, what is the type of song that you like the most, and will recommend you the things. So this everything of this is enhancing consumer experience. So before we proceed further and get confused of what is AI and a misconception on AI out there, or so the AI is basically the simulation of human intelligence by the machine. So when that is a simulation by human intelligence, means that this is not designed to replace human, because the main ingredient in the AI is still human intelligence. They are designed to do the thing that we keep on doing every day. We can do it. We not afford to do it with our current resources, but it can be repeated, repeat and repeat and repeat. Okay, and what is the people expectation change after the AI be introduced in the consumer life? People will start like the people like your employee, your workforce, the millennials will start comparing what is the experience I get from the consumer technology versus when I go back to the office. What is my experience? The experience probably might like when we go back to the consumer experience 20 years ago, there is no automations. we had to get information, so on and so on. So that is why like demotivate a lot of millennials to stay on the job, patience and keep on, because the technology is way behind compared to their consumer life experience. So, but this is starting to change. And as a HR role functions, we need to adopt it and embrace it fast in order to kick off the entire changes in our company and organizations. And as all we know that we are now suffering under pandemic of COVID-19. A lot of countries have initiating their MCO, CCB, lockdown, or whatever name we want to call it. And people cannot go back to office. The team meeting, face-to-face meeting cannot be done anymore. So what is that means? That means that the entire accelerations of AI or digitalization adoption will be expedited, and the adoption rate will be go higher in the next 1 or 2 years. So we will ask ourselves one question: is HR is ready for AI today? And based on the data that we get, it's not only Malaysia. Like this is the survey done by HR.com in US and Canada in 2018, that 79% of the people that agree that the chatbot will be the main interface between HR and employee in the futures. But only half of the person will say, yes, I will use it now. But they will less than half the people say, I will just use it after 5 years when the market is matured and when the market forced me to use. And this is very unfortunate thinking, but that is normal. So further than that, the survey showing that only 14% of people competent to use AI tools to transform their work from manual to to automations. And when looking at this 40%, there is two types of thinking will come out. First is, you see, there is no people to use. What I need to use, and the thinking, the idea come to my mind is, hey, if I master the skill right now, I probably will be the first 20% of the world who have this skill, and I will leading 80% of the people from the world during these transformations. And this will be a big opportunity for us as an employee to get our promotions or to get our work satisfactions, etc., etc. So you might, under here, you might thinking, hey, what is the new skill? Is it the skill that I learned in the past become obsolete? And do I need to really go and pick up something very new to me? The answer is no. So there is a 12 HR skill that every HR needs is still been there. Even you are using AI tools or you are using your physical body to deliver, to demonstrate the skill. But the future skill as of now, we are in the integrations era between the AI tools and our human skill. So we just need to learn how to integrate our own skill, our HR skill, our professional skill with the AI tools. And then we have to learn how to analyze the data that we get from the AI tools. As we know this, as what I spoke just now, that a lot of the transactions, conversations is turning into data. Like 80% of the communication now is going through text, communication with text. So everything is data, and we need to learn how to catch up with data analysis. Okay. So when we talk about AI tools, There is one AI tools that disrupting human resource management nowadays in US and Canada and Europe, that is called Chatbot. So Chatbot is just one of the bot that human resource will use, but commonly people will call them Chatbot. And what Chatbot can help us in HR role? Chatbot can help us in recruitment, learning and development, to enhance employee experience and people analytics. So from recruitment point of view, nowadays when we receive an application, we have job opening, we will need to go through a lot of CV, resume, and we after artificial intelligence be introduced, there will be a intelligent screening software that enable you to auto screen your CV to catch up those CV that have the keywords, have the key strength that you want, have the skill that you want, have the experience that you want. No longer require your eye to spend your time to go through one by one. And the next thing with disrupting even in a headhunter in our enterprise HR is the recruiter chatbot. How powerful this chatbot is able to schedule the interview with the candidates. Is able to just engage with the candidate to collect some basic informations, and is able to engage with the candidates when candidates have some queries, Q&A, then the candidate is able to get immediate answer that what is your company phone number, where is the locations, etc., etc. And the most important thing is today, when we go into recruitment, most of the candidates, they are working experienced people, and they have their time, daily working time to ask to settle their job, to settle, and only after working hours they are available to ask the questions on the job offer that they see that you post. So do we available to answer their questions after office hour? Unless we are work extra hours, but we do not wish that. So by having a chatbot, we're able to answer those kind of questions 7/24 with any language. That is the powerful of the recruiter chatbot. And in the last 3 years, the the technology has been evolved into digitized interview. This digitized interview is not just interview through Zoom, to Skype or anything. It's interview by a bot, and the bot able to analyze your behavior, your expressions, your tone, your voice into data, and analyze by algorithms, and find at last they will provide a rating. Are you the top 20% of the candidates, and are you the bottom 30% of the candidates? Are you the candidate not we are looking for? So it's much more easier for candidates and for the hiring managers, for the HR, to filter all the candidates that come for interview. And this is very new disruptions to the hiring field. And we look at, I have 13 years experience in corporate worlds, and every time when I go on board with a new company, there will be a problem with I facing. Like when I go on board, there is no laptop with me, no phone with me, no this and that. So that is very frustrations, and it reduced my experience with the company. Hey, how ready is this company that I'm going to serve? So with an onboarding bot that we are creating, they're able to guide the employee to get some basic information, to go through company policy, to go through their benefit. And the bot even able to trigger the hiring managers to to buy their laptop, to buy their phone, to register their email, etc., etc. And the employee will be like ready, and they come into office first day with the directions, with engagements, with, with the board from the company. So that is really calm down the new hire and prevent the new hire to adopt the wrong practice. And normally when we are new hire, we will keep asking our senior how to do this, how to do that. And please bear in mind, not everybody information is up to date like HR. And when they're asking the person at their left, behind, or their right, so there is a potential risk that they adopt the wrong information, the wrong update, and maybe will reduce their motivation in works, or they are start looking back on their old company, or looking to leave or whatever. Especially nowadays, millennials, when they come the first week, they are not happy, and without commitment, they are less commitment right now, and they're able to leave the job like in a week's time. So onboarding boards is really important for us to have to increase the new hire experience. And okay, so when we go into employee experience, it's not only new hire. Now we move into the all employee experience. And um, it's normal that HR only a small group of people, and we are serving like a big group of employee. And there is a lot of questions, and until certain extent, we need to attend training on prioritization skill. And is it really a need? If we do have a chatbot to answer 90% of the common questions that have in Q&A, is it their experience will be better, and they will not feel frustrations, or their job won't hang in there because HR never provide an answer? And if you see, a lot of time in the past 10 years, 5 to 10 years, we keep on using this practice that, hey, there is a Q&A, you read first. If you cannot find an answer, you get back to me, then I will help you. And usually when people can step to you, they won't go and read a Q&A, and or they read and they don't understand. But with having a chatbot, is able to personalize the experience when they are looking. The chatbot able to guide them. Is it this is the answer you're looking for? Is it this is the answer your questions? And they're able to explore more instead of reading a dry Q&A page. Okay, so the next thing is the sentimental analysis and the transparency in the workplace. Both these are important element now in our working environment, because emotion intelligence is a future key component even with AI. And transparency is equivalent important, because as today, if I'm the communicators, when I talk to 100 people in separate 100 times, my informations of deliver to a managers, to an employee might be have variance. So might be have variance. I don't say must. I wouldn't say 100% will have, but might be have. And there is the risk that we will create a certain feeling of those employees say, hey, why I received the different information, and we need to quickly call a alignment meeting to align everything. And this is waste of time. And this is killing everybody productivity. So by having a bot have the standardized of communications, standardized of information passed down via the bot, that is really can kill off this kind of productivity loss. So the third important element for HR is learning and development. So the first thing come into the mind is what I need to conduct for the employee. And as of now, as I see before I left the corporate world, the HR, the L&D group will do a practice, send everything training needs to the hiring managers, and the hiring managers will just key in whatever they think that their employee needs, their subordinate needs, and 90% of the time it is inaccurate because this is not come from their employee, and they do not feel that. So a chatbot able to collect this kind of data and translate into a database, and with that we're able to use our chatbot to get a source training provider, to get quotations, everything, and we just look at the result or dashboard to do decision which one to go first. And with introduction of AI, the new era of trainings will go to gamifications, like how today's the school start using Google Classroom, and how I'm seeing how the school teaching deliver the awareness of COVID-19 to my son, my daughter, is they create a games, and they create a games to let the kids play, and it's really effective. And like my kids, after a few rounds of playing the games, able to tell me what we have to do, how we going to wash our hand, what is the needs, what we should buy when go shopping mall. Is it essential thing or toilet paper, right? So that is kind of thing like gamification will definitely enhance the knowledge transfer for the trainings that we put on the employee. People, human memory are more they were able to secure the memory longer than go into a classroom. So another problem with the trainings environment is today, when, for example, I conduct Microsoft Excel trainings, and there will be like multiple functions of people who coming to the trainings. There will be a technician, there will be a supervisor, there will be a buyer or planners or any functions in the organizations. But nowadays we are practicing like one size fit all. I deliver one type of training, every one of you just pick whatever you can adopt. But with an AI, we can really go through, get the chatbot to go through the trainings with that person, with associate with his or her background. Like if you are a logistic or buyer or planner, I will give you more example with the shipping, with the planning, scheduling example. If you are an engineer, I will give you more example of the data analysis based on yield, based on output, based on capacity. So all this we cannot be done. If we do every aspect in the classroom, there will be a longer training period, and that will get others participant bored, and the training become not effective. And that is the main point that we need to quickly put AI into our training. So after we know how to source, and we know how to conduct our training, we know how to scope our training associate with our trainees, the next thing is how to do post trainings virtual mentoring. Nowadays, I go into a trainings and I walk out from the trainings, the memory stay with me and go away after 48 hours, not even 72 hours. And maybe some of them will grab a little bit longer because they need to do a presentation to their boss what they have learned. But after that presentation, they will give it back all to the trainers. And that is one part of the reason that the training never ends. So what chatbot can do with this post trainings mentoring is we can have a chatbot to follow up this with that person email, phone, on to check on their knowledge transfer and knowledge implementation in their works, to give some example so we can know their progress for 6 months, for 1 year, and we can know how effective is the trainings. So that is all that AI can improve for L&D. The next thing, and the last thing that I want to cover today for out of the 4 elements is the people analytics. How the AI can do people analytics, and it can really solve your workplace issue. It can help you to understand your talent more. Like what we're seeing today, a lot of organizations and a lot of people not doing the job that they like, but they're going to the organization because they like that company and they hope that there is a chance or opportunity to move to what they want. But based on current capability or assessment capability, we unlikely able to do that efficiently. And nowadays for job rotations is pointing by managers. It's not really have a solid data that hey, this employee interest is in data analysis. We should put in what role. Hey, this employee like to be scheduling, and we put in what role. So by having chatbot to go to engage with employee to understand each of the employee, we're able to capture their interest, their strength, their weakness through the conversation by the one AI component called natural language processing. And that is very powerful component. They're able to identify, catch your emotions. Are you angry? Are you feel not happy today with the words you use? And trust me, I'm an NLP practitioner. Then I observe a lot of people when that people is down. The choice of words they use is totally different with when they are happy, when they are motivated or demotivated. So that is how the organization put natural language processing into the working life to detect. And one of the good example and one of the famous corporate that using this is IBM. And IBM, IBM artificial intelligence is called IBM Watson. So their system, their bot able to predict up to 95% of accuracy, which is workers that are about to quit their job. And they are not using the data that hey, this is about to quit, so I don't do anything with them. But they are using the data and provide more specific, personalized coaching, settle the very unique problem with that employee. And if that employee is come in because of the company brand, they will not leave because after you solve that problem, right? So this is dramatically increase their employee retentions, and this is just happened last year. And IBM is at the pace. Compared to 2018, we see less people adopt, and now we're seeing some result after 1 year. That is how fast the technology evolved. Okay, so far we have go through how chatbot to help us on recruitment, L&D, employee experience, and people analytics. So what is the one problem that we need to solve now? Immediately after now or and until post MCO. As what I experienced that I'm listening to my HR friends is now they are very busy on answering email, answering call from the employees, ask about the updated policy post MCO or during the MCO. So the communication, the inquiry, the volume is spiking. And we even after MCO and before MCO, our headcount for the HR will only potential to reduce, but not increase, right? And do we have enough resource to do that? And on top of that, we still, because the COVID-19 has expedited the entire digitalization or Industry 4.0 pace, so we need to quickly source a training or source a new candidate with the right skill for them, for the employee to deal with their future works. So do we have enough resources to do that? And I believe 100% the answer is no, because HR is out of their hand even before MCO. So after MCO, the entire priority will change. Previously, the upskill we can slow down or progress, and communication we can do face to face. You come to me, only I answer. But after MCO, social distancing is still there, and people will work remotely. Everything will process through data, and if you do not answer, people will escalate with the email they send to you without answer. So there is a lot of things that we really need to speed up our response engagement with our employee. And also, we want to avoid that people get from a different source and have a risk of information passed down from their colleague. If good, everybody can log into a chatbot and get the right answer. So are you ready to create your own chatbot? And before we go to the next slide, a chatbot is a chatbot, ultimate chatbot being introduced. It's like how we see in Iron Man, Jarvis, Mark II is the ultimate chatbot that everyone want to have. But that is the idea of chatbot can help you to solve your daily routine. So I believe you want to start to create your chatbot and start to address the needs immediately to solve the issue. So that is a 10 step that I putting on for you to start to design all your chatbot, and please bear with me. There is no chatbot. One chatbot can do everything for you. In the world, we have multiple chatbot like training chatbot, onboarding chatbot, recruitment chatbot. There is a lot of bot that dedicated to do certain thing, and there will be a master bot to control all others bot. So every bot will go through the same flow to design until they are implement. So we can start from design your goal until to take an analytic into account. So we can, let me go through one by one. So to make sure you understand that, the first thing is define your goal. This is exactly what I say. If you want the chatbot is engaged and blast the company policy, let the chatbot just do that, right? And if you want the chatbot do a automation, answer email or set your out of office for you, just configure a chatbot just to do that. And then when we create chatbot, we definitely need to solve certain problem. And then that's why we need to understand our user, like post COVID-19, what our user want the most. And we can do all those studies and capture, pick a platform like IBM Watson is one of that, Slack.com is one of that, and Chatbot Live is one of that. And then capture requirement and prioritize the desire. There is so many things to do, and you need to prioritize your desire. And prioritization skill is need and value in this manner. And then step number 7, you need to consider your brand. Like Iron Man, Tony Stark give the name of Jarvis to the bot, and what is yours, right? And then we go into development of design or conversation flow, select the appropriate technologies like the platform that I mentioned earlier. And after that, design a database, how to let the bot do analysis for us, what analysis we want from them, what information we want to collect from them. All this is very important and can be set up, right? So we have to start learn today before the IT skill turning from advantage to requirement. Let me why I cut this is from myself, more my experience. Like 13 years ago, when I joining corporate, the competency of Microsoft Office become an advantage for me to get my career advancement, do more project, get more eyeball on the from the management. People were amazed on the dashboard. And today, if you are aware, when you write a job description or job offering, Microsoft Office competency is one of the basic competency that you need. If the candidate come in CV with the not competency to Microsoft Office, probably you will just throw it away. So this will happen to artificial intelligence skill as well. So I always like this quote, and I would like to end this quote, end my session with this quote. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. What does that means? It means that we no need to start out with a wonderful, perfect robot or chatbot that we're going to implement, but we have to start the chatbot development, and we have to train the chatbot. We have to improve our algorithm. We have to improve our conversation flow. We have to improve our skill, how to link to database, search. If I cannot answer you, I can get your answer from the web, and so on and so on. And this is, for an example, that one of the local corporate that we need to benchmark for is AirAsia. When AirAsia introduced chatbot in their web, it is disaster. People don't like it. And today, the chatbot can solve their 99% of their customer service inquiry, including myself. I managed to get back my claim because the cancellation of flight claim during the MCO period only with the assistance of chatbot. That is how they use 3 to 5 years to increase their efficiency or their capability of chatbot. So don't worry that your chatbot is not capable. Don't worry that it's not perfect. You just need to start. You just need to start it before it's come too late. And with this, I will end my sessions, and I will leave the rest of the time to the Q&A if you have any. And if you have any further inquiry, you may contact Humanology. There is the phone numbers, location, and website. And you can email to my personal mailbox, and I will be more than happy to assist you, because I am also developing my chatbot to address my training needs due to the COVID-19. And why I'm able to share with you today is because that is what I have been experienced since the first day of MCO. Pick up this, and I really hope that you will do the same and have a good career advancement, even career retention after the MCO period. Thank you, everyone. Dr. Vincent, I pass it back to you.
Okay, thank you, Eric. Thank you so much for the session. Now we will take any Q&A. So if you can, Eric, I mean, just look at the chat box. I think there will be a lot of people using this. We have the first question from Asus. Are you able to see? Eric, you have muted your mic actually.
Okay. Hello. Okay. So can you share with us average time consumption to develop a chatbot, and how it was staff transparency being measured through the chatbot? Okay. So the time is from the how I using Slack.com for my bot for training is I able to complete the basic chatbot within 3 days. And after 3 days, of course, there is a chatbot able to interact, but we need to keep on training the chatbot after get a new inquiry and the chat that the chatbot unable to answer. So to come out a chatbot that able to publish for people to use, the fastest will be 3 days. And there is two types of chatbot development out there. There is what we say, there is a coding experience needed and non-coding experience needed. If you go in a search in Google, coding experience needed is those called chatbot platform, chatbot frameworks. And for chatbot platform is those platform that you don't need any coding experience. They basically already built in all the intelligence in that platform itself. So you can just use that. Okay, so how will the staff transparency measure to the chatbot? Okay, sorry.
Hi, Eric. There's actually one question from Zakwan EPF. I'll try to read out a question. If you cannot get it, I'll copy and paste for you. Is it true that technology has enabled new levels of convenience at home, in the office, and nearly everywhere else? After coronavirus, AI could be central to our new normal. But if there is this big technology advancement, should we as HR concerned about jobs that AI can replace? There will be a decreasing rate of recruitment of new employees and people might become jobless. What is your opinion on this matter?
Okay, so that is a macroeconomic things, and I don't think that, as what I say, AI, the main ingredients for AI is still human intelligence. And if you are resourceful enough to pick up the skill to use the AI to do more things, contribute back to your organizations, I don't think you will be jobless after the AI be introduced. The people will be get replaced is the people which is not resourceful and they resist to the change. They do not want to pick up the skill, right? And AI is not designed to replace humans. It's to design to let humans doing more significant or more meaningful things compared to the past. If we want to hire people to do just put a data entry or manage the chat box with our customer, and why we want that person to sit there and have so many kind of problem compared to we invest or we put in a robot to do that. We can having 7x24 experience, any language. And today's most of the customer service or HR, when dealing with different country employees, they need have different language competency. But with robot, with chatbot, we can solve all that. We can really like move a control tower to one of the country, right? Instead of we set up multiple sites on different country. So in short, it's still I wouldn't say no, I wouldn't say yes, but it still depends on how resourceful is the employee is. If the employee is resourceful, then I'm sure HR will be the tools for him or her. If it is not, will be the replacement, right? And just for a little bit more for the information, as of 2018 in Malaysia, 20% of the services and product has been adopted AI. And we are projecting like next year, it will go up to 40%. But with this pandemic, I believe it will go way more way more higher than 40% by next year. So the wave of technology has been accelerated. I hope this answers the questions.
Okay, the next question would be on what kind of investment are we looking at for chatbot by Jeremy? Also by Jeremy, any specific chatbot open source that you would recommend? Then I think Angel also asking about the cost investment needed to start a chatbot.
Okay, so to start a basic chatbot like what I use to engage with my trainees or do marketing, there is zero cost because it's like do not involve a big data analysis or big database, all those things. But if you really want to go to a enterprise use, right? Uh, After we test out our free version, we definitely want to go to the one matured one. Then you can go to develop the one with money. So what we can use is Microsoft bots is also available for us to use. So the advantage of Microsoft bots is they have connected all the Microsoft Office software, Microsoft Azure, and others infrastructure within Microsoft. And the next one for enterprise will be IBM Watson. They will also are helping people to develop bots. And for me personally, as a trainer, I'm using Slack.com to develop my bots. So what's special about Slack.com is it's convenient to use, and first of all, it's free for the phase that I want to be, and is multitasking, is able to trigger me to do my to-do list and to knock off my to-do list, all those kind of things. So that is what I'm experiencing. I hope the answer.
Okay, this is from Zara. What is the first thing we should do to tap into AI in HR?
First thing we need to do is, I believe for me that what I see from my HR friends is we quickly need to build a conversation flow, go learn the skill and build a conversation flow to answer on the policy that employee need to do for post COVID-19 related to COVID-19. How to prevent COVID-19? What is the company policy? What is the employee benefit? The particular employee benefit. So there is a fast, quick things that we can set up very fast because it just translate the Q&A that we used to have in our database into a conversations, right? So it's pretty fast. Okay, I hope this answer.
Eric, I think someone is asking which Slack do you mean, the chatbot that you're using?
Slack.com. Let me type in the box. slack.com. It's a little bit like. You can go Google search. There is a lot, like not less than 20 chatbot agency or companies is rising up in the past 2-3 years. There is a lot of technology out there for us to use, and you are not necessarily need to use Slack.com. You can use Chatbot Live, and it's just you need to see your needs, assessment your needs, and pick the right bot to use. Okay. Vincent, do you see any further questions? Because the chatbot is still loading, is quite lag over here.
As of now, there's no questions yet. Okay, we will leave this session for another 5 to 10 minutes. Oh, okay, there's a new question from Zara. Do we need to engage with IT to assist us?
Okay, that is good. Is for the first phase when you want to demonstrate the chatbot to the management to invest. I believe you no need because we do not need coding experience to develop a basic chatbot. And when we want that the chatbot want to go to implement widely in the enterprise, then yes, we just need some SME that know how to code Python or JavaScript. That will be enough, more than enough. I hope this answer.
Okay, we will leave the session for about another 5 to 10 minutes to take any more additional questions from the participants. So if there's during the time if there's no more questions, then we will end the session. So we will leave the chat for about 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Those of you who are still here, please feel free to ask anything that you want. Don't worry, because the slides and the video will all be uploaded on YouTube as well as our Telegram group, even on our website, CBMI's Facebook, Humanology's Facebook. So if there's anything, you can always post it back there if you want to. Okay, there's another question. Since this is a new experience, do we need to get buy-in first from management?
As first of all is for me, like I will focus on how to demonstrate from my own first, because if management also, like for me as an experience for the management, before they buy in anything, they will look at the ROI first. So without you demonstrate on yourself with the free versions, like a simple chatbot to answer questions to the people, to the employees, they will not see the value yet. I'm not sure all the management that, but most of the management, when you engage them with that, you want to engage them, you want to convince them, you need to have some track of record that this is how I use for the past 2 months. And this is how my workload reductions or the feedback from the employee that engage. And that will be easier for management to buy off. But of course, if you want to implement it in the across the organizations, you might need to management agreement, because this chatbot will accessing to the company network, not only your personal drive, it will be accessing to your company network database for the chatbot be efficient. So we just focus on our own and then demonstrate it over the time and convince the management to bring it into the organization or department to use it for everyone. That would be a better approach from my perspective. Okay.
Okay, next question. For gamification for L&D, can you recommend softwares? And do we need IT to involve on the development?
For gamifications, as of now, I still not go very detailed into that yet. At least not go into the software sourcing yet, but because I'm doing the chatbot transformations. But we definitely can find it out and get back to Chan. Sorry, I don't have the answer right now, but I can work it out and get back to you.
Okay, the next question. People or personal engagement will be less with the AI development in the future, including recruitment activities. How best to assess the sincerity of one?
Based on the thing happens in Microsoft, happens in IBM, and that is totally different things. That people are more engaged after AI been introduced. People been able to engage and get a quick response, and because of a natural language processing, and the owner for the chatbot able to see to personalize what is the person needs, and then the personal engagement, the employee engagement get better quality. So as you know today, the employee engagements in personal wise or in everyone. It's not about the quantity. It's not enough. It's not about the activity. Is not enough. It's because of the quality is not there. If you address one size fit to all type of engagement, like 50 to 60% of the employee will still feel disengaged because that is not they want. But if you have AI and AI able to really personalize experience and deliver, like how we see in Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, when you search on something, something will appear and keep you more focused on that area. And that is all about AI and natural language processing will deliver to you. And with that, employee experience will definitely enhance compared to less. Okay, I hope this answer.
Okay, from the same person, from Asma, you mentioned AirAsia took a few years to make their bot accepted by public. Is there any reference point that we can refer to in developing or designing our Q&A?
First thing is we are not copy someone else, but we need to keep on improve our user experience throughout the time. Is how people use your bot, and then you see the answer, you see how your bot deliver the answer. And there is one components that chatbot have is they're able to measure the confidence of that answer and get confirmation from the user. So we're able to measure from there, and from there, from the confidence level, we know that where we want to improve. And over the time, we just need to improve our own. We need to provide a training to our bot regularly, right? Because different company, different people might have different needs from the employees and different way or approach to the employee. So chatbot is one of the things that we can configure to what we want to approach. It can deliver our own approach, deliver our own content. But just I believe that your answer is how fast and what is a method we can really train the bot be accepted fast. And I believe this need to go through with the hard work of training the chatbot and data analysis skill. Okay. So Asma, I found that you're very interesting in chatbot development. Maybe you can engage me so that I can bring you along the way that when I really with my chatbot implementation or AI implementations experience journey, that would be good, and a lot of things that we can brainstorm.
Okay, I think that's all for today. If there's no further questions, we will end the session. Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you so much for everyone who has participated. Stay tuned for tomorrow because it will be managing transitions by Mr. Edwin. So if you're free, stay tuned with us. And thank you so much for today's session. And thank you so much, Eric. And we will see you once again. So if you have left your email onto Eventbrite, you will definitely get the copy of the slides as well as the YouTube video of this webinar. If you are available, you can join our Telegram, and all this will be posted on our Facebook as well as CBMI's Facebook. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.